Sunshine once again, stage 7 of La Vuelta, destination Oliva. And of course, time to just gather what had happened the day prior. Sepp Kuss, of course, taking the stage, but Lenny Martinez leading. This was to be about the quick men, however, and Caden Groves starting the day as out-and-out favourite. Already having won back-to-back sprints, how would this one pan out? Well, Sepp Kuss had taken victory on stage 6, but the red jersey belonging to Lenny Martinez, and certainly one he'd like to protect going into the high ground of the coming weekend, but had to deal with a sprint day in the meantime. Well, nothing too complicated you might think, but once we hit the coast, wind was to be a factor, and certainly after the intermediate sprint and the run for home, some twisty technical turns late on would have an impact. As it was, with such a distance of 201 kilometres, nobody really fancied being in the break, especially as we'd had a 40-rider group go off up the road on day one. Off the road went Geraint Thomas, unfortunately. Quick visit to a cornfield. Well, he was to be back at the medical car. They checked his knee out and his demeanour was not at its best. Jose Herrada of Cofidis and then finally Ander Okamika of Burgos BH were duly caught. Nothing much happened until we started to get down towards the coast. High cloud saw off the shadows and some of the technical turns saw off quite a few challenges. There were crashes and some more significant than others, I'm sad to tell you. More riders departing the race, but 35 kilometres out it was an intermediate sprint and Caden Groves duly took it. Challenging him, Marijn van den Berg and Jonas Vingegaard getting up for some bonus seconds. As you can see, the peloton almost as wide as it was long at this point, so not much room to manoeuvre, and if you did get it wrong, then the consequences could be severe. Lots of riders finding themselves on the deck, but not as serious as the last run-in. Tiemann Arensman, with just 5 kilometres to go, down heavy, crashing into another rider who'd gone down, and unfortunately for Ineos Grenadiers, he is out of the race. Then the run down to this last corner, a significant one as well. Once it unwound, there would only be 350 metres remaining. Everyone knew they needed to be in a good position. Gonzalez dive-bombed for Kaya Rural. That sent a few skittering. Not so the ambitions, though, of Olius Alois, the Venezuelan champion, spearing up through the middle. But Jeffrey Soup, usually in support of others. Notably, this time he was supposed to be leading out Dries van Gestel. Van Gestel wasn't there, so Soup helped himself to the main course. Brilliant. 2 great names of sprinting, but only for those in the know. Jeffrey Soup, a support rider who used to work so hard for Nasser Bouhanni. Today, he got his biggest win of his career. Just finishing ahead of Alois, about a third of a wheel in it. Ed Turns, clever rider, making up the day's podium ahead of Milano. Caden Groves disappointed, but adds to his points tally overall. And our leader, Lenny Martinez, going into the mountains this weekend. He only has an 8-second advantage over Sepp Kuss, Marc Soler, Wout Poels and Stef Kras. Vingegaard into the top 10, courtesy of the bonus seconds he picked up today out at the intermediate sprint. The points jersey, however, stays on the shoulders of Caden Groves, who put a disappointment of not winning a third stage in this Vuelta behind him. He leads this competition by a handsome margin from Vendram, and now Jeffrey Soup vaults into third place. La Vuelta. We race on, and tomorrow it could be described as hell. Certainly will be if the weather comes in. Storm warnings are over Spain. Whether we'll get away with it, we shall wait and see. The final climb, the Getty, is a downhill run off the peak and then a flat dive to the finish. It could prove dramatic. Well, every day has done so far, so why should it not be?